Are you stuck being skinny no matter how hard you try? I used to be exactly where you were about 2 years ago. Zero muscle, zero confidence. But it wasn't until I learned how to bulk the right way where everything changed. So I'm just going to give you guys the breakdown that I wish I had when I first started training. Trust me, I know exactly how it feels to be that guy with no confidence, no muscle, can't talk to girls because he's just not confident enough. At one point, I couldn't even bench the bar. You know how embarrassing that is to be in the gym and you can't even bench the bar? I absolutely hated the way I looked. And with all honesty, I used to avoid mirrors just because I was so embarrassed to look at my body. Being so skinny and frail, I just hated it. I really didn't know what to do. I was looking up videos online, how to do this, how to do that, what diet I should be exactly eating. And I did tons and tons of research. And it wasn't until I learned how to actually train, how to actually eat, and how to actually recover that I actually seen progress and actually got results. I finally started to build size. I finally started to be able to eat food. I finally started seeing my shirts get a little bit more tighter. I finally started getting respected by people and building confidence, and that's something that I want you guys to feel. So for you skinny guys out there, it is not too late. It is not over. All you have to do is follow this roadmap that I'm about to give you, just so you don't have to waste years and waste all this research on the internet like I did, okay? You don't have to be insecure forever. I promise you, you do not have to be insecure forever. You do not have to be skinny forever. I don't care how you feel. I don't care where you are right now. Follow these next steps I'm going to give you in this video, and your life is going to change forever. Bulking is a strategic process, and it all starts up here. Anything in your life is going to start up here before you start seeing it in reality. Now, me and most skinny guys make two big mistakes. Now, the first mistake is they train like hell, but they're just chronically under eating. So obviously they're not going to put on those size. They're just going to get even more skinnier just because they're burning more calories and breaking down their muscle without properly refilling their body. The second thing is they think they're eating a lot just because they ate mom's dinner and they ate a couple things throughout the day. But in reality, they are just simply not eating enough. And the only way to get bigger and get more muscle is by being in a calorie surplus. So if you're simply not in a calorie surplus, you are not going to be gaining weight. And you might be thinking, dang, so all this time in the gym I wasted? No, you didn't waste no time in the gym. All that training and you getting good at your form and you getting good at all that stuff, you needed that because now when you implement the proper diet, you're just going to excel. You're basically just going to be on a fast track to get big and stronger faster. I mean, hey. And don't just hope to get big just because you started picking up the fork. Actually track your calories and track your macros and make sure you're eating a lot of protein. Like if you're 130 pounds and you're trying to get big fast, eat a lot of protein. I'm talking about 150 grams of protein a day. Hit that every day in 2 weeks and come back on this video and I promise you, you will have more muscle, you will have more size, and you will simply be seeing the scale go up without getting fat. And for me, once I started tracking my calories and I actually had a base knowledge of how much food I was eating, and I started eating like hell, training like hell, and recovering like hell, that's when everything changed. And it honestly did not take that long. Once I got on the right path, it was game over. And as you can see in the title, this is how you bulk up fast. So the second thing you're going to want to do is find your maintenance calories. Once you find your maintenance calories, you want to be eating in a 300 to 500 surplus. You don't want to have too big of a surplus just because at that point, like you will be gaining fat, and we do not want to gain fat. We want to gain strictly muscle. So find that sweet spot, 300 to 500 in that surplus, and you are going to be gold. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you cannot gain muscle or gain weight without being in a calorie surplus. So just, I promise, just start tracking your calories and actually figure out how much food you need to be eating and go based off that. Don't go on these apps you see online. How much food do I need to be, like, you know the apps I'm talking about. How much food do I need to be eating for this to that? Those are all wrong. Just simply track your stuff for at least a week. And then that, if you actually do that, you will be able to see how much calories you need to be eating in a surplus. Or once it's time to do a cut, you can see how much calories you need to cut down. So everybody talks about protein, but you also have to balance out the carbs and the fats. Do not be scared to eat carbs, okay? Carbs are key for growth and carbs are key for recovery. Now, there's different type of carbs out there. Just make sure you're eating complex carbs, no simple carbs, like no chips, no cookies, no donuts. I know you love donuts, but no donuts. Stick to the complex carbs, your brown rice, your oats, stuff like that. It's gonna help you just feel better overall. And when you're eating those other type of carbs, this creates more room for you to have like water retention and you just feeling like crap. No, just stick to the simple carbs. You're gonna feel a lot better and you're gonna see a lot better gains. Now, before we get into step 3, I just want to tell you guys right now, do not dirty bulk. Please do not dirty bulk. Save yourself before you start dirty bulking. I tried to dirty bulk because I was just so done with being skinny. I got soft. I really didn't gain no muscle. And it was just a complete waste of time. Okay? I literally wasted time. I probably wasted about 4 months just trying to dirty bulk, and all I did was get fat. And then I had to work twice as hard to cut down all that fat just to reveal my muscle, and it was barely even any muscle. I was eating McDonald's, Wendy's, just eating everything. And all it did was set me back further, and I had to work twice as hard, if not 3 times as hard. Once I started prioritizing the type of foods I was eating and how much I was eating it, that's when my body actually started to transform. Step 3 is your training. Now, you don't have to worry about all these fancy exercises or these fancy stuff you see on TikTok or these fancy machines you see in the gym. You want to be sticking to compound lifts, okay? Your squat, your bench press, your deadlift. Workouts like these actually build size if you're eating correctly. And another thing is, you want to be hyper focused on progressive overload. If you're lifting the same weight week after week and you're hitting the same reps week after week, you are simply not eating enough and you are simply not growing. So just make sure you're trying to get an extra rep or you're trying to go up weight every single week, okay? If you are not getting extra reps or extra weight, you are not growing, period. And you want to be training each muscle group 2 times a week, okay? 2 times a week. Aim for that 6 to 12 rep range. Let me tell you guys something. When I first hit that 135 bench press, that was a huge milestone for me because it just felt so heavy. It felt so heavy. I didn't think I would ever be able to bench 135. Mind you, my bench is 315 plus now, okay? It is 315 plus now. But when I first benched that 135, I had the most confidence in the world just because I felt like I was doing something right and the process was actually working. And I wasted months as well during this dirty bulk doing endless curls, endless ab crunches, thinking I was going to make my arms bigger, make my abs more defined. It did not. It was not till I moved to compound lifts like the squat, the deadlift, where I actually started putting on size and my shirts got a little bit more tighter and I started seeing more muscle definition. Now, moving on to step 4. I know you guys hear this all the time, but you have to get your sleep. 6 hours of sleep minimum. Do not stay up playing the game. Do not stay up seeing these girls. I know you guys. Get your sleep. Prioritize your sleep if you really want to make a change. Like, don't be out here just messing around. Like, actually get disciplined. When I first started my fitness journey, I was getting no sleep and I wasn't seeing no progress, and it was just so unmotivating, not seeing any progress week after week, month after month. So be careful when you do not get enough sleep. That is actually killing your progress. As personally with me, I thought more training equals more gains, and like that was it. But was I wrong? Because I'd smash the gym 6 times a week, stay up playing the video game, stay up doing just a whole bunch of stuff that I had no business in doing, and I wondered why I was stuck in the same position. Now, once I figured that out and I started actually getting 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. Now let me tell you guys something. My strength shot up. I started looking fuller. I started recovering better. Everything around me, I started feeling better. Everything came down to me not getting enough sleep. And my body once again started transforming. And I just want you guys to remember this. You do not grow in the gym. You grow when you sleep. You grow when you eat and you hit your macros. You grow when you recover. So on those rest days, take them very seriously. Do not be out here staying up all night doing stuff you have no business doing. Actually lock in if you want to see your body change, because I promise you, if you stay with these old habits and doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're going to be in that same body, okay? It's not just, oh, you bulk up one time and everything's fixed. No, it's actually a lifestyle change. Like, this is your new life. You have to shred your old self for the new person that you're gonna become. And it's really that simple. Do not overcomplicate bulking up or even cutting down. Don't overcomplicate it. Stay committed, be disciplined, and that's really it. And I just wish when I first started I had somebody to tell me these things, but I had to learn it on my own. It took me months after months of just doing the wrong things that set me back so far. And I'm just here to guide you guys, the ones that actually watch this video. I'm here to guide you guys in the right direction. And here's the truth. If you actually stay committed and you do this right, you could be looking at putting on about 1 pound of muscle per week. I know that might not sound like a lot, but month after month, week after week, that is going to add up fast. Now for me, it was the first 10 pounds that I put on. I started to feel different. I started to have more confidence. My shirts got a lot more tighter. I literally had to get new clothes off of the first 10 pounds. And I don't know, I felt like him just off gaining 10 pounds. So that was like the biggest thing for me, was actually staying committed. I felt confident in my own body, and that's been a struggle for me for so long. It wasn't until I got my fitness in check where everything changed. So I just want you guys to really lock in. I promise you it's going to be worth it. Cancel out all the noise and just focus on yourself, bro. And that's going to be the best thing that you have ever did. Now keep this in mind. It will not happen overnight, but give yourself 6 to 12 months. You can literally go from skinny to jacked and look like a completely different person. You see your friends that you haven't seen in a while. Just imagine how good you're going to feel, because they're going to look at you when you're talking different. You're talking more confident. You're looking them dead in the face when you talk to them. And your words are just coming off your tongue even smoother. Like, dang, bro, what'd you do? They're going to be asking you. Just imagine how good you're going to feel. Find whatever it is that actually pushes you forward, bro, and just keep reminding yourself. Like, when those times come and you're just not feeling like tracking your macros, you're not feeling like going to bed on time, you're not feeling like waking up early in the morning, or if you're just not feeling it, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself why you're even doing this in the first place. Remind yourself what they used to say behind your back, or the slick comments they'll make about you being skinny. Remind yourself every time. That might not be the healthiest way, but I promise you it's going to mold you into that man that I know you want to be. Now, that is the fastest way to bulk up fast and go from skinny to jacked. The fastest. Give yourself 6 months of commitment, of discipline, and watch your body transform. Don't just watch this video and do nothing. Actually take action. Start today. Eat big, train hard, train smart, and recover even harder. And stay consistent. That's the formula. Now, if you want me to personally guide you step by step through your transformation, click that link in my bio. Send me the word gains for my one-on-one coaching. And do not waste years like I did. Start today. That's going to be the best investment you ever made in your life. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below if you found this video helpful, and share this to a friend that's trying to bulk up, and let's get jacked together.